Namaste, I'm JVN Dr. Sapna Khelud and my session is on characteristics of comparative politics. आपने पहले देखा था कि मीनिंग, डेफिनेशन, देन नेचर, स्कोप. अब हम देखते हैं कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स में जो बेसिक हैं वो इस तरह से हैं: एनालिटिकल एंड एम्पेरिकल इन्वेस्टिगेशंस, study of infrastructure, study of developing societies, interdisciplinary approach, value free political theory, etc. अब हम डिटेल करेंगे. So the main features of comparative politics are: the first one is analytical and empirical investigations. The study of comparative politics has laid more stress on the analytical research. Such an investigation has very much enlarged in the field of inquiry. The trend now is not on pure description but evaluation of governmental forms. Political institutions have begun to be related to socio-political conditions. Then the study of the infra है कि traditional political scientists gave the stress on the study of the formal structure of government, and now this stress has shifted and is being laid on such aspects as behaviors and matters which affect the society as a whole. Then study of developing societies. In comparative politics, more stress is laid on politics or developing areas and studies. It is because it is felt that useful comparative study can only be made when governments with the infrastructure was studied. This is no use of studying the European or American societies and government only. It is useful to study the politics of developing societies. Democracy is successfully working in some part of the world, but it is not working in the developing countries so well. So there is a need of making more realistic theories and much more stress on the study of developing societies. Then the next is interdisciplinary approach. Political system is now closely linked with the social structure working in a society. It is stressed on interdisciplinary approach that has really changed the very approach to the study of subject of political science. Tools of this type of research, not having been much developed in political science, were and continue to be borrowed from the discipline of sociology, psychology, economics, etc., and natural science like biology. There is so much stress on interdisciplinary research that political science has now become application of sociological and psychological analysis of the study of behavior of government and political culture. Now comparative politics stress on the study of the political modernization and political socialization, etc. So the next is the value-free political theory. In comparative politics, there is stress not on value-loaded but on value-free political theory. Nowadays, in comparative politics, what is studied is not what is ideal, but what can actually be achieved in real life. It is very much doubted whether it is possible to have value-free studies in political science. Only those values are admitted whose validity can be scientifically demonstrated. It concentrates upon the study of what is and not what it should be. It has rejected the normative perspective approach of the traditional political science. Comparative politics tells the aim of developing an empirical and objective theory of politics. So these are general features of comparative politics. उसके बाद हम आगे देखते हैं the discussion with this. What are the difficulties in the study of comparative politics? Like the difficulties are like many political terms used in the field of comparative politics are not very clear. Next, value-free political science become a source of problems. Then political behavior is not conducted on rational basis or on scientific principles, making scientific study more difficult. Then interdisciplinary approach has so much widened that the scope of comparative politics has become unlimited. We face the difficulty as to what is to be included and what is to be excluded. The comparisons made with the help of undependable variables such as social, economic, and political conditions are found to create problems. Complexity of the various political system and political behavior is another big problem. Lack of information and collection of data on particular political system make the comparison difficult. So all the countries have the government of their own choice. The role that the individual play in the politics of uniform rules as evolved by a student of comparative politics. For example, the rules of the behavior finding their place in one country cannot apply to the behavior of other country. So the different kinds of norms or values can be found in different countries, which make the study of comparative politics difficult. And the next is the shortage of scholars who make the impartial study of the subject of this bigger difficulty. So these are the main, you can say, so these are the major difficulties in the study of comparative politics. And such suggestions जो कुछ दी गए हैं, like जैसे कि वन ऑफ द स्कॉलर हैं, उन्होंने कुछ सजेशंस हैं रिगार्डिंग दिस कंपैरेटिव पॉलिटिक्स में. वो ये है कि इंक्रीज द नंबर ऑफ कंपैरेटिव केसेस एज मच एज पॉसिबल, reduce the property space of the analysis, focus the comparative analysis on comparable cases, and focus on the comparative analysis on the key variables. So it is clear that comparative politics has its own features and difficulties. So according to M. Curtis, the study of comparative politics is at heart of contemporary political science. Thank you.